So Hive will come up with some set of functions, and those functions are you can look at by connecting from here. So it has some built-in functions. It has some string functions. It has some time functions when you can convert your time, and it has some say mathematics arithmetic functions, right? So there are default functions with Hive. Okay, so let's see what are the functions are available by default with the Hive. So whatever the functions are given by Hive, if those functions are not sufficient for your use case, let's say you have some use case, that use case need a special kind of function which is not available in the Hive. So what you will do, you will define your own function. You will define your own function. That functions are called user defined functions. That function is called UDF. To see the existing functions, when I say show functions, it will show all the functions which is available in a Hive by default. So you can see here, you can see your array and see average, no case. There are default. These are some default functions available with the Hive. So you can use if else. You can see like. You can use log, you can say lawyer, map keys. So there are few defined already defined functions, and the strings also there are some functions, creating substrings, creating a trimming, right? So apart from these functions, if you need, so there are some other functions for the XML files, XPath, right? So if you need apart from these functions, if you need any type of functions for your requirement, we will go and write a UDF, user defined function. What is UDF? User defined function. So user defined functions are like something and a specific value. Default user defined functions are like something average, some minimum, maximum, a kind of functions. Suppose you want to do a function on a specific value. Oh, sorry, not min max. Some functions, let's not the minimum, not the min max average. Those functions are called aggregate functions. So those are the default aggregate functions. User defined functions are something like, see, you have um, you have something called Hadoop, and you want to convert into uppercase a specific value and single value. So you want to convert into uppercase by using your user defined function. How will you do? You will use upper kind of functions, right? And you are getting some date and time in the Unix timestamp. You want to convert into human readable Unix timestamp. What is Unix timestamp? Unix timestamp is the a number which your date will be converted into small I think 18 digit number, right? That number will be like that number you cannot no, by seeing that number you cannot recognize what is the date. That's not a human readable. The number is not in a human readable format. I mean, it's a human readable format only, but it's you cannot able to recognize what is that, right? To convert into date and time to unspecified column. So these type of functions which are not available in the existing Hive, so what we will do, we will go and write our own functions. Not only this, any type of function which is not available in the Hive which you need to write. So we will write those functions by using UDF. So how we will write these functions? We will write these functions using Java or Python. We will write these functions using Java or Python. So that's one is the UDF. It's right. It's easy to write. It's really easy to write the UDF, right? There is something called UDAF, user defined aggregate functions. Aggregate functions. Something like how you have a min, max, some how you have a min, max, these kind of functions. Suppose you want something a similar kind of functions in aggregation functions, we will which is not useful for existing functions, are not help you to solve your use case. So we will go and write our own function that is called user defined aggregate functions. And there is something called UDTF. This is like user defined table function. User defined table function. Something like you want to do explode. I'll show you that what is explode. And you want to do other distinct values. Distinct values actually comes under your aggregate functions. So the whole on table wise you will be doing something on the table wise, so that kind of functions we will be writing in the UDTF, right? How we will write these functions? So these functions we will write using Java code. So your Hive come up with some classes. The classes are like UDF class, UDAF class and UDTF class. So what we need to do, we need to write our own function or our own class saying that class my UDF, this is your class name, extends UDF, and you will be writing your function called evaluate, and your return type, whatever the return type you want, like whether it's a text or whether it's a number, it's based on the return type, then evaluate by taking that value. What are the type you want? You want to take text, you want to take some, and you will be writing logic here. So after writing this function, we will compile and we will generate jar file. How we did for our MapReduce programs. And after generating the jar file, we will add to Hive. Add jar and jar path will give. Add jar and jar path we will give to your Hive. After that, we need to register a function. Register a function. How we will register? We will create a function. Create temporary function and your function name, and as you'll give a class name, fully qualified class name. So now whatever the function you have written here, the function name, let's say my function, this function you can use in your select queries or wherever you want. So let's see how to create. So we're going to create a simple program, and we will be I'll be showing you that as an example. Let's go to open your terminal, or not terminal, open your Eclipse. Open Eclipse, start your Eclipse. It's loading. Let it load. Again, same problem. Why it is not able to recognize this. Okay, let's go to our MapReduce hands-on. Create a package for, or you can create your own, make use of the existing one and we'll just create a package. Right click, new, you take class, you can specify, I'm just converting uppercase. Uppercase already there, but I'm just going to show you now. Uppercase UDF Hive. So create here, you give package name, okay, finish. So now I'm going to use Hive, I'm going to use Hive UDF. So to use the Hive UDF, my project should have Hive libraries. Go to build path, configure build path. So I'm going to create add library, user library. I'm going to add a new one saying that Hive. Okay, select Hive, add external jars. Go here, Hive, select all the libraries, select all the libraries. So actually we don't need all the libraries, but I'm just selecting all libraries for this to be a safe side. Okay, we can select only few libraries. Add external and thrift. Suppose if you are going to use any thrift server. Okay, as of now no library here. Here also no library. Okay, so Python nothing is there. And if you are going to write some Saturday, nothing is there here. Okay, PHP I think it won't be having anything. Okay, so all hybrid libraries we have added, and JDBC, add this. Every time you need to select this. And hcatlog, hcatlog libraries. See why I'm adding all these libraries. Tomorrow I may use the same no user library for some other purpose. So for current my UDF I don't need all these things. But tomorrow I may going to write some more code, right? So at that time I may need it. So for that to be in a safer side, that time I need no need to add again. So to be in a safer side, what I'm doing here, I'm just adding whatever the libraries or comes for under the Hive. I'm adding all the libraries tomorrow, so I may no need to paste any. So just say OK. Under Hive libraries all selected, finish, click OK. Now my Hive libraries are allow. I mean, it's building the path. Let us build. So now the my Hive libraries are available in a. You can look at here. I have a yarn as well as Hive. So both are available in my environment now. So whatever I need, I can go ahead and write. So here it's taking some time. It's taking some time. It's loading. All the jars are loading. See guys here, the UDF has been. It is from Hive, QL, Exact, and UDF. So I'll be writing here. Now my own function. I'll be writing function here. And if you want to see this, what is the UDF? Here it may not show now, so I will show in other Maven projects. I'll show that later. So to here we have something called public and text, because I'm going to emit as a text. Text evaluate. There is a function called evaluate. And this is which text I have to take. There are so many texts are available. See how many texts are available. But we'll go with the Hadoop IO text. So we have to take with the Hadoop IO text only. Why it is telling this? This method must return a result type as text. Okay, return type. It's asking to write return type. I will write a return type. So here, if what are the text we are passing should not be null, right? Should not be null. And if it is not null, if it is null, you just return null. And if it is not null, and your logic here, whatever you want to write. So return text dot toString dot to uppercase. Okay, it will return into string. Then again we need to convert into text. So I need to it will return the uh, string, right? It's written the string. So what I will do, new text of done. Don't get confused here. Nothing. I have extended UDF and I'm writing evaluate function. In that I'm just checking whether it is it should not be a null. If it is null, I'm just returning null. If it is not null, I'm taking the your text. Okay, I'm taking the text. It is coming from your Hive, right? And that text I'm converting into toString. I'm converting into string. Why I'm converting into string? Because I want to I want to convert into uppercase. I want to convert into uppercase. So to convert into uppercase, I should have string only. So without string, I cannot convert into uppercase. So without string, I cannot convert into uppercase. So that uppercase, if it is not string, if it is a text only, I don't have any methods to convert into uppercase in the text class. So I have converted into toString. So this first line is doing converting into string. After converting into string, I'm converting into uppercase. Now your framework will understand only text type. It will not understand the Java string type. So then that's why new text of in the I'm creating a text object there. I'm creating a text object. I hope everyone is clear. Now save this. Go file. Right click. Export jar. As similar as how you export the jar. So here the jar name I'm going to give. It is like a Hive UDF. Hive UDF. Hive uppercase UDF. I can say Hive uppercase UDF. Hive uppercase UDF. Finish. Now this has been created. Now your UDF has been created. Now first the UDF is where it is. Now I have stored into desktop. Look at guys here. Jars. In that I have something called Hive UDF jar. Now I created. This jar contains the code for this. So now I need to add this jar to Hive. I need to add this jar to Hive. Anyway, I already started here. I can also access from here. So what I will do, add jar and path of the jar, where it is, it is there in the desktop /home. It will not give the path, right? So I need to get the path from other place. Okay, let's go there. I can do it here. I need to get this path /hive uppercase UDF .jar. This one. So go here, add jar and give the jar path. Give the jar path. And we are adding a jar to. Now what we are doing, we are just adding a jar to our Hive. The jar is added. You can look at here. It is clearly saying that the jar is added to the class path. The jar is added to the class path. Now we need to register a function. How to register a function? There is something called create temporary function. Create temporary function. Temporary function. So what I'm going to do here? So this temporary function I'm going to convert into uppercase, right? So I'll say temporary function. I'll say Hive upper. So uppercase will be already available. Hive upper I'll say. Hive upper. Function name is Hive upper as what is my fully qualified class name? I need to give that class name. Com dot Vera dot this, then your this name. It should be very fully qualified class name. Like how you are given the driver class name, if you guys remember. The same way. Okay. Go back here. Paste it. Now, what it is happening? First we have added the jar, and now we are creating a temporary function with the name of Hive upper, and we are creating a function by specifying the fully qualified class name, right? So press enter. Okay. So it should be in single quote. Okay, that's missing. So now the temporary function is created. Now go ahead and click show functions. If you see here, if you go up, whatever the function we have created, that will be available here. Hive function, Hive upper. See here, Hive upper, Hive upper. Now I'm going to use this Hive upper in our queries. How to use in our queries? Let's look at, guys. First, see the show tables. We'll use our database name. We know our database. Use test 530 show tables. So we have something called employee table. Select star from EMP. So our names are all in lowercase, right? Now I'm going to say select Hive upper of name from EMP. See, guys, everything is converted into uppercase. So I have shown you a very simple example. So in the real time also we will be doing such kind of user defined functions, so which are not available in your default Hive. So what we will do, we will just create a class with our required use case, and we will export that jar, and we will register that jar. So if you see here, whatever the function we have created, that is a temporary function. The function will be available till this screen is available, like till this shell is available. As soon as we come out from this shell, the function will not be available. So what we need to do, that to make it permanent, we need to put it in the class path. There are multiple ways to do it. So there is something called Hive RC file. Hive RC file. So most of the in the real time we will do like that only. So what we will do, in a Hive, in the conf folder, so the file is not there by default. So what we will do, we will create it. Actually it is a hidden file. Let's see whether the file is there or not. I think I might have created before, or no. Let's check it. cd/user local cd hive from 2 dot cd conf. So there is no hidden file. There is no that hive rc file. What we will do, we will create an rc file here. We will create one file. We will create one file, and adding the jar, what are the statement we have written, right? So all the statements will write. So let me copy. I have, okay, from here I cannot copy now. I'll do one thing. Let me copy. I have already that RC file. I have RC file in my thing. Where is that? Let me take the Hive RC file. Yeah, this is a Hive RC file. What I will do here, sample code. Just this is sample. I'm just keeping here. Duplication. I can transfer from here. I can transfer that file from no, Windows to Linux by using WinSCP, but I'm just using terminal. So I can use terminal also here. I can create a file here. It should be .hiverc, but I'm just using here only hiverc. I'll tell you why that is. Okay, I came out, and if I go here, that file will be available in my desktop. If you see, it's not there. Let me check where I was. Hive input. Hiverc file is there. Not in the desktop, my home. Not in the desktop, it's in my home. Here. Hiverc file. Open this file. So here I need to change my complete path. Change it. So you can take our complete path. We have already added here, right? This one. Copy. Paste it. You can load this by by default, and you can also create. You cannot no need to create here. You can just keep it this, and this file. This file has to be saved. Okay. Now actually this one should be. Doesn't working directly. Vi dot hive rc. It should be, as I said, it should be dot hive rc. It means that it should be hidden file. So I'm going to insert this here. Okay. And some other configurations, guys, like your show your print header, current database, some other properties along with our that one our add jar. Okay, now this hive rc file I have created in user local hive. This, if you go here, we have created .hiverc file, but as I said, that's a hidden file you cannot see here. So to see that, you have to see from the terminal only. You have a terminal only. Okay, now so let's exit from the hive. Exit from the hive. So I exited from the hive. So now whatever the file we have, whatever the jar we have added before, not into Hiverc, in the terminal, that file will not be available now. So because that will be till the you shall exist. Then temporary function, the function also, whatever the function we have created, till the terminal is available, that function will be created. Now again I'm getting into this. Now again I'm getting into Hive. Now while loading this Hive, it has to load that the jar, whatever the jar we have added. That's one of the way to make it your jar permanently available. Okay, yes, it is available. Look at here. Before it was not showing a default, right? Before it was not showing this. It means why it is showing, because in my here show current DB true. It means this has been executed. This has been executed. So I can also write some script here who wants to load at the time of who wants to load at the time of your Hive. Who wants to load at the time of Hive up coming up. So here you can go ahead and write your you can you can go ahead and write your all your add jar create function. So first you see the function whether this function is available or not. Functions. First you check the functions are available or not. The Hive you uppercase. So we have used Hive uppercase, right? So the Hive uppercase is not there. Hive uppercase is not there. So that because we have created temporary function. Now now you create the function. Create the function. You can make use of the function. You can make up the function. You don't need to add every time. What happened? Okay, sorry. We have to go to the temp here. The EMP file should not be there. I think is there show table. We have EMP. Nothing is there. So that's why. So EMP test. Yeah, some data is there. Okay, we will convert EMP test. See, all names has been converted into uppercase. All the names has been converted into uppercase, right? And also you're also able to see the column name it is. And also you are able to see the column names it is. So why we are able to see the column names? Look at guys here. Employee ID, employee name, because it is you have set it into show header, print header. Okay, so whatever the things you want to do by default, you can do it here in your Hive RC file, and you need to keep that Hive RC file in a configuration folder in a Hive. So if you keep in configuration folder while your Hive is up, and whatever the jar files, whatever the properties has to load, it will load automatically. Or there is another option to make it your jar permanently. That location is you have to go to your Hive conf, the Hive site.xml. You have to add something called, let me open this. There is something called auxiliary path where you need to keep it in auxiliary path. Okay, so here you need to pass your all the jar paths. The location of the plugin jars to contain the implementation of the user-defined functions and surveys. So there is something called auxiliary path, hive.ax aux.jar.path. You can give here your user-defined function paths here. You can give your user-defined functions path here. So that will be permanent. So here are some other reloadable jars. What are the jars can be reloadable? Jars can be renewed by executing reload command. As the jars can be used as auxiliary classes like a create UDF survey. Okay, so these are the paths you can make use of it for the permanent storage, either that way or this way. You can do it in that. Right, the same with your UDF and UDTF as well. And as I said, the UDFs are there something like user defined functions, and there are something like generic UDFs as well as normal UDF and generic UDFs. So you can also write your generic UDFs. So for complex queries, like a normal UDF will not allow the complex data types, right? Suppose if you want to pass your complex data types, so you will go with your generic UDF. So to write this also same, you also extend the generic UDF, and what you need to do, you need to write initialize method, and you have to get the object inspector. This initialize method will give you object inspector. The object inspector is a class which will represent by each row, which represent by each record. So then you will write your own functions from here. Then you will write your own function which is evaluate, and you will write your evaluate function. So the generic UDFs are will give a better performance for the better complex data types, and the generic UDFs are little complex to write. UDFs are very simple to write. Okay, and the same way with UDTF as well. So the same way you can write your UDF examples. Let's see here. You have some data and you have some some input and you want to export. You have some input like this and you want write your expected result is something different. Let's assume that I have some null values. So I don't want all nulls look like null. I want to replace with some value. So you can use your UDF, writing extending UDF, and you evaluate function. In the evaluate function, you just convert it. If you find that value, so you can convert it. Whatever the logic you want to write, you can replace with your own. You can write it right when you execute that. So whatever null values are there, you can either you can skip the null value or you can convert into any of the no value found or something. You can write it right. And there is something called UDTF as well for the table functions. There is something called UDAF for the aggregate functions. So you guys can write try the UDTFs if you're not able to find. I mean, if you are facing any problem to write UDTF, please let me know. We will write UDTF. I'll help you to write an UDTF table functions. Yes. So that's it for today, guys. So we'll continue tomorrow with Saturday. We'll be completing Hive tomorrow, and uh, from Thursday we'll be starting either HBase or Scoop. So based on you guys confirm me, we will start either Scoop or HBase. Or else I'll do one thing, and Thursday and Friday I'll take Scoop. From Monday onwards we will start Monday onwards we will start HBase or Pig. From Monday onwards we will start HBase or Pig. So Pig is very small,